It's a really exciting day today here on Wild Guy TV. We've got the truck all loaded up and we're heading up to Harvest Lodge on the Waterhen River. It's about 3 hours north of Winnipeg, right in the heart of Manitoba. And we're heading up there for 3 days of waterfowl hunting. We're going to be going after geese, we're going to be going after ducks, and in between, we're hoping to get some time in on their absolutely world-class walleye fishing. We couldn't be more excited. We're just getting ready to pull up and start the drive. We've got all of our gear loaded up, and hopefully we didn't forget anything, and we're ready to go have a great time. It's not a road trip without Timmy's. Timmy! So we're on the highway. We just pulled out of Winnipeg. We're on our way to Harvest Lodge. One of the cool things about Harvest Lodge is that it's accessible by road. If you're like us, a lot of times when you think about going on a hunting and fishing trip and a bit of a getaway, you automatically start thinking fly-in. And one of the things that we really like to do is explore the destinations you can drive to, because there's a ton of them and they're all fantastic. It gives us the opportunity to feel like we're somewhere remote, somewhere where, you know, it's a little bit more untouched. Phenomenal waterfowl hunting up there, and as we mentioned earlier, absolutely world-class walleye fishery. So we're excited because we get to have that sense of remote destination and all the things that come with that, but it's an easy drive to in a day, and we don't have the cost and the hassle of going on a fly-in. So we've got about a 3.5-4 hour drive ahead of us today, and we're looking forward to it. We're excited, and as soon as we get there, we'll fill you in. So after about a 3.5 hour drive out of Winnipeg, we're here at Harvest Lodge. We're on the beautiful Waterhen River, and it really is a spectacular spot up here. This place is second to none for waterfowl and phenomenal walleye fishing too. And so we just kind of got ourselves situated. We got all our gear into the cabin, and we're kind of making a plan. So it looks like tomorrow morning we're going to be heading out first thing for a diver duck hunt, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's something that's a little bit new territory for us, but they've been out doing some scouting, and they say there's plenty of birds flying around. They're really excited about that, and so we're going to just take it as it comes. We've also got the day after that we're going to go out for a field hunt, hopefully get some geese, and we're just really excited. For now, we're going to just keep kind of walking around, get the lay of the land, and kind of check the place out, and hopefully tonight get a good rest and be ready to start tomorrow morning and just get at it.
This business was started by a family, a local family that moved up here and started building cabins here. At that time, this was pure wilderness, and they started building cabins on Crown land up here. Since that time, it's been run primarily as a fishing camp. They started as a fishing camp. It was a fishing camp basically all the way until like the 90s, and then they started adding in the bear hunts and the deer hunts, and then lastly the waterfowl. So it's just been a business that's gradually grown, with the resources around it.
We're the fourth owners of the property, and we changed the name to Harvest Lodge when we took over in the fall of 2013. And but it's really neat because we have customers, especially in the fishing part of our business, that were coming here as kids with their dads and their grandpas, and they were fishing with Tony LaPere on the Waterhen River, and now they're in their 60s and they're coming back and bringing their family to see it. And so there's a lot of history in the property itself, and then in the river. And so every year we get to hear new stories from new people about their experiences and their memories of the area.
Well, the thing I love about Waterhen is like we're right on the edge of the wilderness. Like if you go north from here, it's pure wilderness, like no roads, really there's no developed trails, it's just pure wilderness. If you go south from here, it's all ranching and farming communities. And so we're just right on the edge where we have this really great mix of both the fields that we've got for hunting waterfowl, and then the wilderness that we have for bears and deer, and then we're right on this great walleye fishery. So from a natural resources perspective, it's like a perfect blend of all those things. The Waterhen River is probably one of the top walleye fisheries anywhere in terms of big walleyes. Just yesterday we had a gentleman that he caught a 10-pound walleye, 30 and a half inches long. He came up here, he's in his mid-60s, and he was acting like he was 10. Like, you would think it was like the greatest thing that's ever happened to him. And anyway, so there's the potential of people catching those really, really big fish, those fish that people look a long, long time for. And so I think that's the really neat thing about this river is you're never really sure when people go out fishing what they're going to come back with and what kind of memories they're going to make. The waterfowling here is fairly unique because we offer two different types of hunts, and we have the field hunts for puddle ducks, mallards, and pintails, and in the fields we're also targeting snow geese and Canada geese, and we have lessers and cacklers and graders. We've got this wide variety of different kinds of waterfowl that you see in the fields, and then we go out on the water because we're right next to the big lakes of Winnipegosis and Lake Manitoba and Waterhen Lake, and we are able to put together some amazing hunts on redheads and bluebills and ringneck ducks that a lot of people are really amazed by, and a lot of people haven't ever really had the opportunity to do like a real diver hunt with the real possibility of being able to get and see large numbers of ducks work. And it's just neat to be out in these lakes that are, basically pristine wilderness, and you're out hunting ducks on them. So it's really neat. I think that's one thing that makes it really nice for our waterfowl is that we have these two very unique, different experiences, both waterfowl, but both very, very different from each other.
Okay, so it's right around 8 o'clock. We hit the water we're here on Lake Winnipegosis. We hit the water before the sun came up. We're out here, we've got our decoys out. I think Clayton, our guide here, said we've got, about 50 or so decoys we've thrown out this morning. And so we've kind of tucked the boat into the reeds. I think we're pretty well hidden, and we're just waiting for some ducks to come. We've seen a fair number of them on the wing, kind of in the distance, and so at this point it's kind of a waiting game. We're all set up, and hopefully with any luck we'll have some birds on us pretty soon. It's really important when you're doing something like this to make sure that we're smart about not only how we're geared up, but how we're blinding in the boat. And this is an awesome area because there's all these natural reeds. We can just pull the boat right up in here. We don't even really have to do anything special to keep it hidden. And I think we're set up the way we want to be, and excited to see some birds. So like we have been all season, we're out here shooting today with the new Winchester SX4s. We've been putting these things through their paces this fall, and so far just loving them. So this morning we're excited to kind of put them to use. We've done some goose hunting with them. This will be the first proper duck hunt we've done. Today Brad and I are both shooting the SX4. I'm shooting Winchester blindside, 12 gauge. We're using 3-inch cartridge. And Brad, you're shooting Browning BXD ammo. We've been really happy with that. The Winchester and Browning ammo is phenomenal stuff, and so we're excited to be doing that. And they can't make you a better shot, so I guess I'm going to have to just rely on my own skills or lack thereof. But definitely a lack of good shooting skills. But I can tell you the one thing that won't happen is my gear won't let me down. I just might let my gear down.
We got ducks coming.
Yeah. So we've been out here, about an hour. We've had a few good flights of birds come in. We've got about 7 down so far, so we just went out and cleared out the spread. Got all the ones that were down just to keep the spread nice and clean and not give the other birds anything to spook to. And so 7, we've got a bunch of redheads here, and these ducks are absolutely just gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful birds. Just beautiful.
We're lots of birds on the move, and they're starting to come into right where we want them to be. Clayton here has done a great job setting us up, and he's the guy who knows this stuff. We're not going to take any credit here. yeah, it's just been a great morning so far, and we're gonna see if we can't keep going on these things.
You know what I love about bringing the ducks in the boat? It's a great way to warm up your hands. They're so nice.
Nothing like a pair of duck gloves. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Let's get ready to shoot again.
Yeah, it's a warm.
You suck. Well, that's our last bird for the day. That's 16. In between two of us, that makes a limit. It's been a great morning. The sun is out. It's absolutely beautiful out here, and lots of birds flying, and we sure didn't have any trouble finding those. I had trouble hitting a couple, but that's par for the course. So now the only thing left to do really is clean up all the decoys and make our way back. So this is where the fun part starts. The work's not done when you're done shooting birds. So we're gonna get packed up, make our way back, load the boat up, and go back to camp and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. It's only maybe 11 o'clock in the morning, so we still got lots of day ahead of us. Couldn't be happier.
That's one way to launch a boat.
Well, we're back. We're all unloaded. We got our ducks all in a row. Pun intended. And it was just a great morning. Clayton was, our guide today, and we don't claim to be the experts, and that's the nice thing about coming to a place like Harvest Lodge is they got the guys that know what they're doing, and it's really nice to just know that you're in good hands and that the people that are guiding you know their stuff. And so we highly encourage you to, whether it's here or anywhere else, we certainly recommend find a good guide if you don't know what you're doing. And it's an opportunity to get into something maybe that you haven't done before. And that's really what we're all about, is try new things and get out and see what experiences are out there. So we had a great day. Thanks a lot, Clayton, for taking us out and putting us on the birds. And this is certainly not something we would have maybe been so successful on our own. And just can't say enough good things about our experience so far here at Harvest Lodge. And like we said before, we've got lots more to come. And we're excited to just get into it. So thanks a bunch.
Right now, we really work with, for waterfowl guiding, I've got 2 guys that are working with us. Clayton has been working for us since we started the business. He's been helping us with waterfowl now for the past 2 years. He has a real passion for diver hunting and getting out and finding the birds and exploring new waters and all that kind of stuff. And he too he lives for hunting. So if he's not working with us, you can usually find him out hunting elk or moose or ducks on his own. And so he just does a phenomenal job welcoming, making our guests feel welcome, and doing a great job. Then Eric is new with us this year, and we were lucky to get him. He's one of the most enthusiastic waterfowl hunters that I know. The guy is practically running around in the morning at 5 a.m. setting out decoys, and he is, when guests get there, he's like, good morning, here you go, and he's got everything set up so that people can just get into blinds and be ready to go. And he's so encouraging. He can have a flock of ducks practically landing on people's laps, and everybody miss in the group, and all the ducks fly away, and he's like, good job, we'll get them next time, we'll get another flock in, don't worry about that one, shake that one off, guys, we'll do better next time.
Right on, fellas.
He's just so patient and so welcoming to guests that our guests just have a huge respect for him. and so that's really incredible. And then our main fishing guide was actually the son of the people that started the lodge here. So he's been around this business and fishing on this river for over 60 years. So he just has tremendous knowledge and amazing stories, and is just really good at interacting with people. So it's not, I think the biggest thing about all of our guides is not that they're excellent at what they do. Like they're excellent with waterfowl, they're excellent with fishing. But I think the greater quality that they have is their ability to be welcoming of people. And I just think our guests feel very welcome and very respected and very appreciated here.
Shoot 'em, guys! Right up above you! Shoot 'em now! Right on, fellas. Shoot 'em, guys!
Please tell me you got that.
Yeah.
So we hit this field before sunup this morning. Our guide was actually already here and pretty much done setup, which was fantastic. It saved us a lot of work. But we're after a mixed bag today. We've been shooting already a bit this morning, and we've had a number of geese and ducks of just about every variety you can imagine, which has been fantastic. A little bit of a lull in the action, so we're just sweeping the field to, pick up all the ones that we've got down, and we're gonna keep shooting. It's been a great morning so far. The field that we're hunting on, it was a wheat field. It's been cut and still sitting in stubble, so there's lots of ways to still blind ourselves in. We're hunting out of the layout blinds. They're really well hidden, and I think that's working really well. And so we're excited about what we've got so far, and we're gonna keep at it. So we just finished up our shoot, and man, it was an awesome morning out here. Eric was our guide today and did just an awesome job, not only getting us on the birds, but getting the birds on us. And we had a real mixed bag today. What all did we get today? We had
pretty much everything working today. We had early morning snows came in pretty early. Had a couple rounds of them. Had some blues and then some lessers. Ducks came in after that. A few nice greenheads like the one you see here. Nice sized duck and a few hens. And then we also got in some honkers today. We had 3 nice big honkers.
Like this Franken goose, right?
Like that one there, and a few lesser Canada geese. They're about that size there.
Yeah, just an awesome day, and it was great for us to have such a mix and kind of experience everything all in one. And we can't say enough about the quality and the quantity of birds they have up here, and not only that, but our experience with Harvest Lodge, and these guys have been great, making sure that we have a good experience, and they certainly know their stuff. And so yeah, it was just an awesome day today. Thanks to Eric for
Problem, guys.
making
Thanks
it all
for coming
work
out
for
here.
us. Yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
Nothing left now but packing up decoys and cleaning birds, and I guess it's time to do some real work.
Yeah.
Work begins now, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much.
Betcha. You're
It's
welcome.
awesome.
Good shoot today, fellas.
Yeah.
Good shoot.
Thanks.
Good job. Good shot.
We're so well equipped here at Harvest Lodge. The cabin that we're in has a full fridge and freezer, which is great because it gave us the opportunity to go ahead and clean all of our birds and package them up. We've got them pre-frozen. Now we're just going to load them up into the Yeti and get all our gear into the truck, and it's time to start the drive home. Been an awesome 3 days for us up here at Harvest Lodge, and it's a travel day today. We're heading home, and we're heading home not only with a cooler full of awesome birds, but we're also heading home with a whole bunch of memories, and that's to us worth just as much as anything we could catch or shoot. Honestly, we had big plans this week of doing some walleye fishing when we were here, and the Waterhen River is world class for walleye fishing. But in all honesty, in the few days we were here, we did our hunts in the morning, and they took up so much of the day just with the excitement of it and cleaning our birds. By the time we were done, we were happy to just sit and kind of enjoy the afternoon and enjoy some time with our hosts. And so I think we definitely have to come back and do some fishing, because that in some ways is almost a trip unto itself. So we certainly had no shortage of excitement this week, and we're excited about coming back and experiencing some more of what Harvest Lodge has to offer. And you should do the same. Check them out online. You can visit their website, and if you're looking for an awesome place to go, whether you're into waterfowl hunting, bear hunting, fishing, you just want a place to get away in the wilderness, Harvest Lodge, we just can't say enough. So check them out, and don't forget to check us out on Facebook too. Follow us on Instagram, and as always, visit wildguide.ca and get your free digital subscription to Wild Guide magazine, and we'll see you next time.